In this tutorial, we're going to use InDesign CC 2020 to finish up the Classroom in a Book Chapter 4, all about working with objects. So when we left off, we had just barely finished recoloring this logo so it matches the others. Let's go ahead and play now with putting these words on a path. So let's go ahead and take this and move it over. I'm going to go ahead and grab these paths and bring them over here. Alright, for some reason mine says partial class calendar twice, so we're going to take one of those out. Alright, so I'm going to grab my text tool, I'm going to grab partial class calendar and do a Control C to copy. I then want to go ahead and put it on the path, so I'm going to grab my path tool, so I'm going to type on a path. When I go over here I should get a plus sign. I'm going to hit click and then go ahead and do a Control V and paste. Now it did come in upside down, that is okay, we're going to fix it. Let's go to type, go to type on a path. Let's look at our options. On our options we want to do flip, so we want to flip it to the top and make sure your preview is turned on so you can see what's happening. And let's go ahead and say OK. Let's double click, triple click and get it all. Let's change our font to Myriad Pro, Pro Bold, and what else do we want? 24 points. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and now we've got our other line here as well. Let's grab our type tool. Let's do click and out. Let's flip to our type tool. Go grab our April through August. Control C and copy. Flip back to our type on a path. Come over here to this lower, click, paste. We've got the April through August. Let's go ahead and triple click, make that the 20 points. And put enter. Alright, let's go ahead and drag both so now they're kind of more in a row. So let's kind of drag this one. Kind of make them touch. It's okay if their paths overlap and touch. We're going to turn off part of that. I'm going to try to move this over a little bit. Okay. So now what I want to do is get rid of that stroke. So I'm going to go over here to my stroke. And for my stroke, I want let's go ahead and go to, let's grab a different one. Let's go to Window, come down here, Properties, pop open that Properties panel, and then change that stroke. Instead of having a color, let's change it to None, and hit Tab. Nope, we should have None. Alright, and let's grab this other stroke with our selection tool, change it to None as well. Alright, so now we have a nice text here. Let's go ahead and delete this box since we don't need any more with the text. Let's grab our logo and nest our logo in here. We can either put it here, you can put it over here. I kind of like how it works over here, but it's up to you as to where you want to put it. I think it looks kind of cool if you have them a little closer. But that's your call as a designer. You will find you're constantly fussing with things. It's just the way it goes. So I'm going to nudge that over. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that, the way it looks. I'm going to do a Control S and save what I've got so far. So let's go ahead and go over to the very last page. So I'm going to go here in pages, go to 4. And we want to add an item under here under Featured Blossoms. Let's go ahead and add a line. So I'm going to grab my line tool. I'm going to make sure our fill is set to none because lines don't have a fill. And we want our color to be black. Oh, nope, let's change to purple. Purple warm. And let's change, let's see, the tint on that stroke. That's the opacity. Well, let's go ahead, go to our properties. go to swatches panel. So let's go to window, come here to color, let's go to swatches. Set that tint to about 60%, so we're going to get a slightly different color. Now we're going to come over here, we're going to hold the shift key while we draw, and we're going to put a line in here. And let go. And I've got that stroke with 60%. So now I want to play with it a little bit more. So I want to go to window and stroke, so I'm going to close my swatches. And let's go ahead and choose 4 points, make it a little bit thicker. Let's go ahead and from the start, let's see where we're at. All right, start, end. Let's go ahead and make it the circle. From our other end, let's go ahead and make it the arrow that's curved. All right, so for scale, we want our circle to be a little bit smaller. So let's go ahead and make that 75%. And let's make our arrowhead a little bit bigger. Let's make it double the size. Let's make it 200. You hit tab. So we get a nice arrowhead there. So we have played with that. So in this document, we have played with a lot of different elements in order to create this newsletter. Let's go ahead and look at it on preview mode. So what am I looking for when I'm looking to grade this? I'm looking, do you have the logo here? Did you round the corners? Did you get the text here? Is it overset? Is it curved? Do you have this purple line? Is it indented? I'm looking for these 6 photos. I'm looking for featured blossoms and the arrow. I'm looking for the cutout here. Looking for 3 columns here. The logo should be the right way up. We should be able to have a type on a path with our logo. We should have some logos aligned and down the side. Some text wrap here, looking for some type of element here, the white. So this assignment alone goes through a ton of stuff, and we're going to continue to reinforce some of the skills that we've learned in this one. So for now, let's do a file. Come down here to package. It's going to say, do you have any errors? We do not. Let's go ahead and package it. Oh, go ahead and save it. I'm going to make sure that I'm putting it in the right folder. So I've got mine under tutorials, InDesign, Classroom in a Book, lesson number 4. I want fonts, I want links, I want update, I want IDML and the preset. Instead of the folder, I want PKG for package. And let's go ahead and hit package. It's going to go ahead and give me all those items. I'm going to go ahead and open up my folder while it's packaging. Go to my revised tutorials, go to InDesign Classroom Book, lesson number 4. I now have this InDesign Classroom Book package. I want to make sure I've got fonts. I want to make sure I have links, which should have all these pictures in it. I want to make sure I've got my IDML, my INDD, and my PDF. I do, I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and back up, go to this folder, right click, do a send to compressed folder. And I'm going to make sure I turn in that compressed folder when it comes time to turn this into Canvas. So we will continue to build on your InDesign skills on this one, and that is the end for Chapter 4.